Okay, boys and girls, welcome back. Redmissed in the house once again. How you doing? I hope everyone's doing great. I'm doing great, and we, my friends, are playing some more Magic Legion. Now, I really hope that everyone is having a great day, and I really hope that everyone is doing well in your egg smashing events. Now, you can see that my goal is 220, like I've said before, and to be honest, we're almost there, guys. We're going to be able to get there in the next day or so. It's not going to be today, but we are super close. So we're going to be looking at getting those diamonds, and by doing that, guys, we are super close to the end of our dungeon right here. So we're going to finish off, hopefully, with a nice easy run on level 14 and level 15 to finish out this dungeon. We have a guy running a witch. Wait, he's running 2 witches? Are you serious? Okay, that's gotta be the first time I've ever seen someone try and run 2 witches. And guys, don't do that. It is never gonna work. Their spells do not stack. Only one of them will cast the stun spell at a time. So every single time they cast the stun spell, they're effectively going to cast it at the exact same time. So they're not going to like alternate the spells. So I wouldn't bother trying to put in 2 of the same heroes. Unless they're damage dealing heroes like an Arno or a Monkey King, the Blood King or whatever his name is. Like any damage dealing hero, I would definitely suggest you can put 2 heroes in. But support heroes, people like the Holy Mage or the Witch, the Blood Commander, the War Mage, it's just no point whatsoever because their stats do not stack. So, for example, if you've got 2 War Mages in your team, both of them casting their spell doesn't mean that you're going to get 100% speed boost, because otherwise people are just going to go ahead and level up 3 of them, get them to level 14, and then have an Arno with like 300% attack speed. It's never going to happen because it's just going to be ridiculous if that was the case. So if you're like that guy and you have 2 witches in your team, remove one of them immediately because it's not going to be benefiting you whatsoever. And I know this because I've tried it myself in the past, because I did kind of think, well, if one of them happens to get killed, the other one's going to be there. If neither of them get killed, then they're both going to be using their stun spell at alternate times, so it's going to benefit me, and all of that nonsense, and it did not work. So just bear that in mind, guys. Get rid of it, because it's not going to work. So, now, I want to go ahead and do something right here. I'm pretty much going to do a mirror episode, or I'd say mirror episode. I'm going to go ahead, because I've managed to get enough of the runes, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade all of these bad boys up to the next level. And you can see here that I could upgrade the Witch and also upgrade the War Mage again, no problem at all. But we're not going to do that, guys. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get the King and Arno leveled up as well. So you can now see that we need 2 Kings and 2 Arnos in order to be able to get to the level 6. But we've already got the 2 of the War Mages and the Witches that we need. And to be honest, I could probably upgrade the Witch one more time after that, because I believe that the next upgrade from 6 to 7, I believe, is a 3 hero upgrade. So considering I've got 5, that means I'm probably going to be able to upgrade the Witch one more time. And the War Mage, I'm going to need to get 1 more War Mage in order to level him up. So we haven't got any of those hero cards at the moment, which is a little bit of a downside, but it's okay, because what we can do, guys, is we can go in and we can continue to go through the whatchamacallit. Now, I do want to show you one thing. I've been primarily focusing on my silver and my crystal mine down the bottom here, because of the fact that I really want to get up into the next stage, and I need to get my crystal and silver mine up into level 10, as you guys will know, to make the level 11. I believe this guy is upgrading to a level 13 right now, and so is this guy, I believe. So we're looking really, really strong on that. But what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to do a little bit of the Abyss, because we've managed to get quite far through the Abyss. Now, I'm on level 33 right now, so it would be really nice if we can continue to persevere and grind through this, because we have a very big spell, or is it no, sorry, it's a passive skill. So it's not a spell at all, it's a skill that we're going to be saving up for. We're going to need ourselves 15,000 runes in order to get this the passive spell or skill that I want to get. So I'm going to be saving up my runes for quite a little while now, unless of course I happen to get more kings or arnos, because once I get the kings and the arnos, then I will look at leveling up my heroes again, because I don't want to make my witch and my war mage too high of a level above those two heroes, because obviously if I start making them too much higher, then my Arno and my King's strength won't be good enough to obviously continue to help me fight with inside the zones that I'm going to be pushing up into. So I haven't really continued too much of the map. I have played a little bit of the map, but I haven't continued it a huge amount. So I will be looking, now that I've got the heroes leveled up, I will be looking at continuing to push on through the map. And I actually need to protect my heroes a bit here, because it's a little bit frustrating, but this front guy is actually the guy that creates the protective shield. So let's go ahead and turn him into a pig so that we can't receive the ward spell anymore, and we're only going to receive the damage reduction shield from the holy mage. Because this is one thing that is really, really cool, guys. If you've managed to get that mage guy from the VIP gifts, now having that constant spell of ward can really help you open up your team's versatility, because obviously the ward spell blocks the stun from the witch. So having that extra, I guess, stun block can be really, really effective when it comes... Oh, hello, we're taking a ton of damage. Okay, I'll tell you what. Now, let's see if, because of obviously the amount of damage we took straight away, I don't want to lose my my war mage, because my war mage is where all the damage is at, where all the speed is at. So let's go ahead and halve their attack power by going ahead and putting the curse spell on them. And then we're going to go ahead and put the stun spell. And is that going to be enough to let me take care of this dragon in the front row? Let's go ahead and hit my ward spell. And that, my friends, is only just enough in order to go ahead and get done what I want to do. I'm going to go ahead and hit my Roar of Thor on that dragon, just because of the fact that I just want to get rid of him. I don't want to be knocked down. And that, my friends, is game over. We're going to easily take this one back home and get rid of this fiery horse of fear and craziness. And that is going to be even more runes. So the really, really good thing about being able to push on through the Abyss, guys, is not only are we pushing super, super close to finally being able to start being able to get runes that are going to be beneficial to us, as in more legendary runes, so that I can start the upgrades on all of my legendary relics. even though I've already got quite a few legendary relics that I can possibly upgrade, it would be nice to get into that zone that I'm actually earning legendary relics so that I can start upgrading them really, really quickly. But on top of that, it's just cool that we're pushing through, because every time you complete an area in the Abyss, you go ahead and you get runes. So I believe you get 20 runes for a standard fight, and then every fifth fight, or fifth, which is your I guess your mini boss kind of fights, they are 50 runes that you get if you're able to complete that fight, which is really, really good, because if you're needing the runes, you can really push up through the Abyss and keep on getting that power. Like, as long as you set up your team correctly, like you can see here, I haven't gone too crazy with focusing on my attack damage, because you need the defensive power, especially when you're pushing up through the higher tiers. You need the better defensive power, which is why I've said in the past the king is such a good tank to bring, because not only does he have a really good tank capability, because you can buff up his HP quite a lot and you can give him some really good defensive stats, but he also has probably the best spell or built-in spell in the game, which is the fact that he is immune to any effect inside the game. So it means that you're always going to have him attack no matter what happens, because he can't be affected by abnormal effects. So he's never going to be weakened, he's never going to be poisoned, knocked down, turned into a pig, frozen, any of that stuff. And then on top of that, he has that purification spell as well. So he's going to be able to grant that to your other heroes. So the more rage he has, the better it is for you. And that is what makes him such a strong hero to bring, and especially to bring in at the top left, because the very first attack will always go to the position that Arno is in right now from the enemy's main heroes. So, for example, the two heroes on the top line and the main hero will attack Arno. The two heroes on the bottom line will attack the War Mage. And this is why it's super, super important that your main tank goes on the left-hand side. Unless, of course, you're fighting a PvP and the enemy team have put an Arno or something on the bottom row, then you just go ahead and move your main tank to the bottom line, and then they'll be able to protect you against the attacks of Arno or whatever. So bear that in mind, guys. But this video has been quite long. I'm going to leave it here. I really hope that you've enjoyed it. I really hope that you're doing well in your egg smashing events. Tell me in the comments down below how you're doing in your egg smashing events. Are you doing well on your servers? Are you still playing server 99, or did you go back to your old servers? And I shall see you in the next one. Peace on the streets.